Yeah, just made a little video, not what I'm talking about right now, but just to let you know, it's not really important, but I just want to tell you, I tried to get off the anode on a top of the water heater after I took the old one out to see how difficult it really was. I had a feeling it was going to be a real bitch. And just take a look at what I did. I think you might be able to get it off with a serious impact wrench and a real impact socket. And I have a 250, 350 pound impact. It didn't even come off, man. So see what I had to do. I'm like, I don't know why nobody changes those things. I had a feeling it was a bitch. So anyway, see what the hell I did. I'm not surprised, but then again, I am surprised. Well, I got the old heater out, and I was just curious about the anode, and I says, well, there it is. It was under this plastic cap. I guess if I change this, maybe it would have lasted 50 years. That little bump on the top is supposed to mean it's going to magnesium type. But I gotta tell you this, I don't know how you get these bitches out of here. I was using that thing, breaker bar with the pipe. I was tapping on my S-wing hammer. I was like, get the hell out of here. And I don't know if you're supposed to use an impact on them, but this is the old one anyway, so it don't matter. See what happens. Holy shit. That's ridiculous. You're supposed to get these things out of here anyway. Well, I got a 25 millimeter. That's a 1 in 16th. I got a 25 mil impact socket. Using impact sockets work better than regular ones. But I was thinking to myself, if I got to do that with a pipe, I'd have to make a brace on a wall with trucker straps. Strap this stupid thing down so it doesn't turn, and then like really lay into it. Now I know why people don't change those too much. Okay, since I didn't have an impact socket, I had a regular socket. Hey, you know what? I'm just curious how much force it takes to get this damn thing out of here. Now you know why nobody changes these damn things. So I got it strapped between a couple of oak trees. These are two 500-pound straps that should keep it from freaking turning. Or it's going to turn anyway. Holy shit. Well, let's get the come along on it. Well, what I did was I put the come along on it, wrapped the chain around it twice. I tightened down the come along pretty damn good, and it still slipped. Then I retightened it. Then I laid into it. I was afraid to tighten it so much I'd bend the tank. I don't know what the hell I did, but it finally popped. So that's loose. So you wonder why people don't change these damn things? I don't know why. Really, why do people not change these things? Really? Gee, have your 110-pound wife hold it steady while you put the breaker bar on it. You know. So I guess the only way to freaking really do this is to have a major bracket. Like at a 2x6 or something in the wall, and something holding this tank. Watch. That's already broken loose a quarter turn. It's still like freaking crazy. Well, you know what that is? That's the pipe dope. But I'm curious to see what this thing looks like. Holy shit. That's what I tell you, I was laying into it. The thing was turning with two trucker straps and a come along with the chain wrapped around it twice. I said, fuck it. I just tightened down the come along even more, which is a 4,000-pound one. Ain't too bad. But that's the pipe dope. Well, let me get this out. We'll see what this thing looks like. I'm actually almost thinking about reconditioning it and using it for like pressure washer thing on the outside. Like just plug it in and you have it hot. You just hook it up to your hot water with a thing, and with a wide fitting. I mean to your cold water with a wide fitting, and leave it full, of course. Just turn it on and you pressure wash, cars with it or some shit. Well, yeah, that thing was really consumed. Actually, you can see the freaking rod itself. This is a magnesium one, by the way, because it's got a bump on the top. Actually, I'm not gonna put this thing is rotted. Woo, baby, look at that. See, broke right off. So anyway, this thing is gone. So that's what you're supposed to change. I probably would have lasted a hell of a lot longer if I changed this. This was a magnesium rod versus aluminum one, and the way you tell is this thing on here. So I get this socket off of here. Yeah, there it is. That bump. See that bump? That means it's magnesium. So just a little 18-inch rod or some shit in there. They're cheap, like 20 something bucks, which is kind of good if you can freaking change it. You know what? If I put this in, this is not. I replaced these or something on my other one. It's definitely gonna have Teflon tape versus pipe dope. Because pipe dope, man, that stuff stays in there, especially that Permatex shit. Holy smokes! But I don't know. Just to tell you, that's why nobody changes these things, man. Look what you gotta do. I mean, how the hell would you hold that steady if you had like 5 people on the damn thing? How would you hold that steady to keep it from turning? I think possibly if I had the impact with the impact sockets, it would have came off. Because the impact sockets are a lot better than using a regular socket. They got more weight and they bang. I don't know what it is about them, but there's something about them that I found where these sockets won't take off stuck bolts. But I don't know if you're supposed to do that with something like this where it's got glass lining on there and you're supposed to be, you know, hammering it with an impact. But I'll tell you the truth, you never get that damn thing off if it was in there. And I think, I'm just going to tell you, like, really, what I would think I'm going to do with this other thing, like later on, a couple years or whatever, if I want to change that, I'm going to put some 2x6s braced up on a wall and get something to tie this into the 2x6s whereby it can't budge at all, you know, on a newer one. And I'll change that out every few years. And I bet you it will last. I suspect since this one lasted 19 years, maybe it could have lasted 30 years or more if I kept changing that. And I also suspect, I never even drained it. I think I drained it one time, first year I had it. I also suspect it lasted longer because I had the water up hotter. But again, you got to watch right there. And I'm not so stupid as to freaking turn on pure hot water and just put it on my hand or something. It will burn you at 140 degrees, but I tend to think that it makes the tank last longer too, because it's so hot that the minerals and stuff, I don't know, I think it just breaks them down easier. The minerals, they flush out. It doesn't, because there wasn't hardly any sediment on the bottom of this tank, even though I didn't drain it. I drained it 1 year old, and I didn't drain it for 18 years. There was hardly anything in the bottom of the tank. So maybe that's why it lasted, right? I don't know what it is. Maybe the water's good. I don't know. But that's, you ain't gonna get that thing out of here, man. See what I had to do? 2 trucker straps, or you know, there's a 500-pound ones, plus the come along, doubled length of chain, and I really torqued down on that come along. Probably bent the tank a little bit, but you know, it's an old one. It's gone anyway. It's probably going to be metal for my El Camino or something. It's about the right stuff. It's pretty thick. Do some metal repair.